right, let's hit the field.
It is Tuesday, August 26th, and the Yankees were trying to make it 3 straight wins as they took on the Nationals in Game 2 of a 3-game set. Luis Gil was on the mound, Anthony Volpe back in the lineup. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is Pinstripe Territory.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
All right. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Yankees win their 3rd straight, and as they continue to prove, they don't seem to have a problem with shitty teams. They have clobbered the Nationals on back-to-back nights. Stanton drove in 5 runs tonight. Fantastic game for Big G. Had a multi-hit game from Bellinger, who also made a phenomenal throw. Volpe was back in the lineup. He took an 0-for. He's down to 206 for the season. That's a lower average than he had in his rookie year. And Austin Wells also went 0-for. So the bottom of the lineup tonight was ice cold. 0-for-7 combined. Wells now at 205. Really got to start getting some production out of those guys. Rosario got the start at third base today over McMahon. And, you know, he didn't get any hits, but McMahon came in later and didn't do much either. So that remains kind of it looks like a platoon situation opening up there. But the Yankees did manage to pick up a win. Luis Gil allowed 1 run over 5 innings. Walks were an issue. Let's get to the recap.
All right, let's go. Let's get it going.
Let's go ahead and start by talking about Austin Wells picking off a runner to end the first inning. The Nationals, they look like they could be possibly, and I didn't know this was possible, a worse base running team than the Yankees. They have looked awful on the bases the entire series, but you know they're not a good squad, right? We expect them to look bad. The Nationals this year are 53-79, and really the difference between their base running and ours isn't that severe, but they have looked bad. They did challenge Cody Bellinger in left field a couple of times. In the 3rd inning, Bellinger was unable to make the throw. It was kind of offline, but he did nail a runner later on. Giancarlo Stanton in the lineup tonight, and he continues to just cream the baseball. He had a 3-run bases-clearing double, just missed a grand slam in his second at bat, hit the very top of the wall. I'm just at a loss. The guy looks better now than he ever has with the Yankees, with the possible exception of those few playoff series where he's dominated. But for the last month or so, he's hitting 350. He's hitting 313 on the season. When have we ever seen Giancarlo be a 300 hitter? He's got an OPS creeping up towards what Judge has for the season, 1.051. So he's just killing the baseball. And he had a 2-run home run tonight, just a monster shot. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. We got the highlight up here on Baseball Theater. This is a slider at the bottom of the zone, and he just creams it. And here's something to notice. Watch how his stance is. Look how he's really got that shoulder tucked in now. He's really kind of hunched over. He's made some tweaks, and they seem to be working. And this is a slider, bottom of the zone. He squares it up. He knew it was gone. Pitcher, watch the pitcher's reaction. Pitcher knew this was gone too. Doe! And then this one ends up in the bleachers. I'm not sure if this one would have made the bleachers in left field at the old Yankee Stadium, but it would have been close. That one was absolutely clobbered. Aaron Judge struck out on a pitch tonight that was below the zone again. This just keeps happening to him. He had a tough night. He was hitless, but look, the umpire's got to start accounting for his height. He's now in a 321. Obviously not hitting well since returning. Only 30 more games before ABS gets introduced during the regular season next year. I don't think they're going to use it in the playoffs, but they will be using it next year full-time. So, hopefully this is the end of this crap. Fernando Cruz came back tonight. He gave up a couple of very soft hits, bloop single, bunt single. Austin Wells did save him behind the plate from a couple of wild pitches, but ultimately he got out of it without allowing any runs. He did have 2 strikeouts through a couple of nasty splitters. It's not coincidental that the Yankees bullpen has been bad since he went out with that injury. Tim Hill got out of the inning. He went 1 of the 3rd innings tonight. He looked good. Doval looked good. Bednar looked good. And the Yankees have won 3 straight.
We're going freaky! Wow, winning.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win. You're a winner.
Got a couple of super chats here. Mike Ivani says, no opinion. $2 well spent, my friend. $2 well spent. Brian Bashman says the Twins scored 4 in the 9th against the Blue Jays. Let me just double check the score there, see how that's going. Wow, Twins up 7-4 now. So a chance for the Yankees to gain a game. See what the Red Sox did here. Red Sox won 5-0 over the Orioles. I had to watch the Nationals broadcast tonight because of the blackout rules. The Nationals and the Orioles are kind of technically my local teams, so they weren't talking a lot about the other games because nothing matters for the Nationals right now. So I'm just catching up on the scores now. Although I do have a scoreboard literally next to my couch. It's become scenery, and I don't really look at it enough. But Belt tonight should be no surprise. Mr. Giancarlo Stanton, who is having an incredible year. 52 games, 17 home runs, 49 RBIs, multi-hit game, continues to just smash the baseball. And look, when he's hitting, the Yankees tend to win. We cannot discount how important this guy is. He just makes the whole lineup more dangerous. And I would love to see him and Judge, and maybe throw in one more guy, Bellinger or Jazz, a couple of guys who can be very dangerous from the left side, all get hot at the same time. We got a call about that we'll play during the voicemail section of the show. Let's talk a little bit about Luis Gil.
Pitcher spotlight.
So my biggest concern so far with Luis Gil this year, other than obviously the injury, has been the walk rate. His walk rate is 15% coming into the night. And he had 4 walks tonight in 5 innings. 9 base runners in 5 innings. Now, luckily we were facing the Nationals, not a good team, and he was able to, work his way out of it with some strikeouts on some high fastballs in some big situations. But, he's got to get better with the command. I mean, we're coming up on, I don't know how many career starts, but he's got a significant amount of major league starts now. He's not quite a kid anymore. And he's still kind of nibbling too much. His stuff is good, man. Just pound the zone with it. We did get a call about his changeup that I thought was interesting.
Hey, Derek. Hopefully you can hear me. Sorry, I'm at the gym, but I just had to get this off my chest a little bit. It kind of annoys me how, I can watch this from a TV screen. I'm not even an MLB pitching coach. And Luis Gil, is clearly coming under his changeup. That's why it's always missing arm side. He's got to think more fastball, rip through it, and it'll be totally fine. If you watch the sequencing between the changeup and the fastball, it's night and day, dude. Anyway, I want to know your thoughts on that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
So I tend to get mean voicemails when I talk mechanics because people think that because you're a podcaster, you can't know about baseball. But I've pitched a lot, and I threw a changeup, and I worked with a lot of guys who threw really good changeups. And I've scouted guys who threw really good changeups, and it's easy to tell when somebody's getting underneath their changeup. Like, it's hard for me to do it because I have arthritis, but what he's talking about is like you'll see the palm of somebody's hand leading the pitch on a changeup. Like they're trying to slow the ball down rather than just holding it tighter and holding it with the proper changeup grip and then throwing it like a fastball. That's what's supposed to cause the normal changeup action. But you'll see guys. Hitters will call them pie throwers, right? Where you throw the bottom part of your hand, and sometimes you'll even like turn it kind of like release it kind of sideways, and the focus just went way up on my screen here. But it's pretty obvious when a guy's doing that, and I noticed the same thing. So yeah, hopefully that's an easy fix in the pitching lab for Matt Blake. But you're definitely onto something. He was not super efficient tonight, 92 pitches in 5 innings, 59 strikes. The whip went up. Now, the ERA continues to fall. It's down to 3.75. That's fine. But the whip is not good, 1.71. I mean, it's almost 2 base runners per inning, and it's because he's allowing so many walks. 9 base runners in 5 innings is too many, okay? Too many. So he's got to get that straightened out. But overall, solid game. And give him a round of applause. All right. So apparently Vladdy's up with the tying run with 2 outs. I'll keep an eye on this game here for you. Twins, Blue Jays, obviously playoff implications. Yankees trailing by 5 games. If the Blue Jays lose, it'll be down to 4.5. But 72 and 60 record now for the Yankees. And hopefully they can keep rolling. You know, if you go, another 5-0 on this trip, all of a sudden, 17 games over 500, and you're in pretty good position for at least a wild card. Let's take some voicemails here. Here's Robert.
Yeah, glad to see Boone finally did something smart, and he's platooning McMahon now. Considering McMahon can't even hit righties, throwing underhand, I think that's a good move.
Yeah, McCann has not looked good. I mean, defensively, he's lived up to the billing. He's looked great. But offensively, I thought he would at least hit for more power, and he hasn't. I mean, maybe it's just an adjustment, coming to a new ballpark, new city, whatever. Maybe they're trying to tweak something to make him a better hitter, and it's like, taking some time to get going. And maybe he's one of these guys that just is streaky. Maybe he'll start hitting home runs or getting hits in bunches. But, yeah, right now I like the platoon situation. Frankie says, congrats to Taylor and Travis. My condolences to you, Frankie. I know you had your heart set on Taylor. Unfortunately, she did choose someone much better, better looking and successful. My my condolences. Here's a call about Stanton and Judge.
Derek, this is Patrick calling from California. Longtime listener. Hey, thanks for everything that you do, man. Hey, I wanted to see if anyone, yourself or any of our viewers here, Team Yankee fans, have seen Stanton and Judge hot in the same lineup at the same time. They've been on, 6-7 years together? They have never been hot at the same time. It's just puzzling, and it would be...
They have been. So 2021 and the first half of 2022. So you might remember that Giancarlo was a All-Star in 2022. He actually won the All-Star Game MVP, and then he fell off a bit after that. He had some injuries. In 2021, there was a stretch from about June to August where they were both hitting the ball really, really well. Unfortunately, like when Stanton first came to the Yankees in 2018, Judge got hurt that year, and we didn't get to see them fully click, but Stanton carried us while Judge was out. 2020 was obviously COVID. 2019, I don't remember much about. I think Stanton was hurt for most of 2019, but 2020 COVID, nothing really. 2021 was that midsummer hot streak. 2022 first half, but since then they really haven't been blistering hot at the same time. I'm hoping that they save it for the playoffs, right? Let's get them both red hot at the same time in the playoffs and 1 or 2 lefties. 3 or 4 guys hot at the playoffs, and you can win a round or 2. But apparently Vlad flew out, and the Yankees pick up a game on the Jays. Nice. Call about Volpe from Mo.
Hey, Derek, it's Mo. So Volpe just flew out to deep center so far at the beginning of the 8th. And basically, I'm pretty sure we won. I mean, we're up by 4. I mean, you can never know with the Yankees, but yeah, I sent in a voicemail just like this last night, but you didn't listen to it. Hopefully you do listen to one tonight. The Yankees, I mean, I'm not happy about this win. I mean, I'm not moved by it. It's not even because Stan has all the RBIs or anything, but this is against the Nationals. Show me you can do this versus an actual contender, and then I'll be moved. I want to see a blowout like last night, or some great pitching or in hitting like tonight. Let's go Yanks.
Hey, thanks for the call. Taking a look at Volpe's StatCast numbers now, you can see the batting run value in the 6th percentile, base running in the 77th percentile. It's amazing how his fielding has fallen off only in the 16th percentile of the league, so well into the bottom 20%. It's strange how he's regressed. 2 years ago, he hit 209 as a rookie. He's hitting lower than that now. The power's up. Last year, the power took a step back. He's never quite been the stolen base guy that we hoped he would be because he doesn't get on base enough. I remember he stole a ton of bases when he first got to the major leagues, and then it really slowed down. I mean, I don't know what you do with him. I mean, they don't really have a good alternative other than Caballero, and I think they view Caballero as Boone said, the 10th guy who can play all over the place. A true utility man. Call about Dominguez.
Hey, Derek, Stiglio drummer from Portland, Oregon. Just responding, listening to the recap tonight about Dominguez, and I just think they just don't play him enough. They're not developing him the right way. It's not his fault. He's having a pretty good season, in my opinion. Obviously, he's having his struggles in left field, but I just think he's done a remarkable job for how poorly the Yankees have assembled this roster for him. He should be playing every single day. Thanks. Good night.
It's tough to get him in there every day because, right now he's being outplayed by Trent Grisham, Cody Bellinger, two guys that he would be competing for at-bats with. But you're right, he's not having a bad rookie year. I mean, he's got a 719 OPS. Now, you look at the fielding run value, it's abysmal. It's something, one of the worst in the league. But base running, he's in the top 14%. As a hitter, for a 22-year-old, he's just below league average, 49th percentile. His average exit velocity has climbed throughout the year. It's over 90 miles an hour now. It's in the top third, roughly, of the league. Hard hit percentage in the top 15% of the league. Bat speed is really good, just out of the top 20%. And his walk percentage, really good, top third of the league for a rookie, for a 22-year-old. His arm strength, I saw somebody say he wouldn't have made that throw tonight where Bellinger threw the guy out. I don't know that I agree with that because his arm strength is fantastic. It's in the 93rd percentile. His problem in the outfield is not with throwing. He's made some really good throws. It's decision-making. One, throwing to the wrong base, and two, it's his routes. His routes are shit. But, he's got all the tools that we heard about, the speed, the power. He just is still developing as a player. It would not shock me if next year he's a 20-20 guy. I think he'll hit more home runs because he's strong and as he gets more used to the league. And the fact that he's hitting, almost 260 in 400 plate appearances, that's not too bad, right? I mean, he could be a 275, 280 hitter, 20 home runs next year, 25 to 30 stolen bases. He's been very aggressive on the bases. I think he's rounding into a nice player, and he's going to get better from the right side. Hopefully he gets better in the outfield. All right, let's get a quick ad from Fair Harbor, then I'll be back to wrap it up.
FT fam, welcome to the world's most comfortable swimwear. For a moment, we are talking about Fair Harbor. We actually have some show and tell today. This is the liner that you're working with inside of the shorts and the bathing suits.
You know what the best part is about this, Scott?
What?
They have a lot of different options because these are clearly yours because I would never order this pattern.
But that is so
great
me.
On you.
That is so me.
These are so you. Mine are a little bit more plain than this.
Yes.
But they are super comfortable. The liner, I love liner shorts. Some people don't. But these liners are better than most that I've had on, if not all of them.
Yeah,
Because
this is the
no
best liner out
chafing,
there.
No mesh. All of the above is perfect.
Exactly. It's really good. You got to give it a shot. Also, fun random fact, you get a new shirt. It smells really good. So head to fairharborclothing.com/FOUL and use code FOUL for 20% off your first purchase. Once again, fairharbor, HARBOR clothing.com/FOUL for 20% off your first purchase and use that promo code FOUL so they know FT sent you.
You know what I love watching, guys? I love watching the field view cameras of home runs. So let's take a look at Giancarlo tonight. And this is a great angle. He knew he got this as soon as he hit it. Watch this. Bam. See ya. Goodbye. 450 feet. Actually, that was the double. Why are they showing the field view of the double? Hang on, let's see if they show the field view of the home run. Nope, they didn't show it. That's stupid. All right. Well, that's just dumb. Here's the data viz. Let's take a look at it. So we're going to take a look at the great call from Ruocco. That was just a bullet. Let's watch the numbers on the screen if they show it. 112 mile an hour exit velocity, 28-degree launch angle, 106 feet high, 451 feet. Nice shot by Big G tonight. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's stupid that they always show the field view of the home run. That's weird that they put up the double. Anyway, that disappoints me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a night. I believe the Yankees have a day game tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. I believe they play, 1:05. So we got Max Fried on the mound tomorrow trying to get win number 14. Pitched pretty well last time out. Didn't get a lot of help. But Yankees will be going for the sweep. And then it's on to Chicago. So hopefully the Yankees can keep their winning ways going. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button and subscribe. Check out NYYDesigns.shop for some great merch. Support our sponsors. It helps keep the show going. And you can find us on all major audio platforms, so be sure to subscribe there too. But most importantly, come back again soon. We'll see you next time.